Martin Nankela is the founder of the Business Summit Namibia, an annual event dedicated to fostering collaboration and driving innovation to spur business growth and social development across the country. The fourth edition of the summit will be held on July 6, 2024, under the theme Harmonizing Digital Innovation and Legitimizing Business Ventures. He now joins us tonight to expound on the summit's fourth edition. Martin, good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much, Nina. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
All good.
Well, quite a milestone if you think back to when you had the first business summit and how it's grown over the past, couple of years. Talk to us about the growth since your first summit up until, this moment.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal, to be honest. I think when we first started with the summit, we didn't know that we would be here. I think the idea was not to do it annually. It was supposed to be a once-off event, but then I think the community liked the event. Socially, it was doing well. We enjoyed ourselves, and we said, why not? And we did it one more time, and we did it another time, and here we are. So yeah, it's been amazing, and we're looking forward to the many more years to come.
Yeah. You're hosting the summit this year under the theme that I just mentioned there, harmonizing digital innovation and legitimizing business ventures. Talk to us about why you've decided to take this route.
So the smart guys once said that in the next 40 years, 40% of the businesses will close down, and if they do not harmonize digital innovation. I think if we look at where we're heading to as in the business industry, in the business spectrum from a digital perspective, if we do not harmonize digital innovation, businesses won't be able to withstand. So we have to start, obviously digital innovation has been coming for a long time, and we have to start getting into that conversation and empowering businesses to go that route. Traditional business systems and value chains are no longer, going to be viable. So we need to look at how we can revamp our business structures to accommodate the digital innovation that is coming. So it's really one of the topics that we will be looking at, or the theme that we're looking at is really to empower people to, to harmonize digital innovation. And then the second leg is looking at legitimizing businesses. Right. So, with legitimizing businesses, the whole idea there is to scale businesses, is to have businesses that are scalable. So that it shouldn't just be a side hustle, but it should be a business that can add value to economy, add value to society. So that's what we're looking to do with this weekend's summit. So yeah, that's really the theme and the driving force behind this whole thing.
What are some of the other topics and discussions that will be taking place at the summit?
Yeah, so we're very intentional about the topics that we're going to be having at the summit. We've made it very intentionally clear to our speakers that we really want to hear their stories, because I think most of them have started as a small business, and they have all grown their business into a legitimized business, or a business that can add value to economy. So it's really to tell their story and to understand what are the methodologies that they have put in place to actually get to where they are. So we'll be talking a lot about their stories, personal stories, and we'll also be talking about legitimizing from a BIPA perspective, to understand what are the requirements that BIPA has, or what are the requirements that certain governmental organizations have when it comes to legitimizing. Because in a conversation that I've had a few years ago, I think last year with DBN, which is one of the biggest bank when it comes to developing SMEs in Namibia, is the fact that SMEs are not legitimized, and therefore they cannot qualify for finance. So if we start to legitimize businesses, maybe then we can start qualifying for some finance and some help from banks and so on and so forth. Yeah.
The special guest that you've invited for this year's summit is Theo Baloy, a South African entrepreneur. Talk to us a bit about him and what insight he'll be bringing to the forum.
Yeah, I've been following Theo for a couple of years. To see the growth that he's amassed over the 5 years that he's been in business is incredible, and I think his story is very relatable to a Namibian side. I think many Namibian entrepreneurs have that same thrive, that same authenticity that Theo brings, because if you look at his brand, it's really authentic in the sense that it's driving the South African business, or the South African theme or culture, which is butter shoes. So I think we can relate and we can learn a lot from his story. To bring it home and see what is it that we can do as Namibians also to come about with products, services that we can, as Namibians, can affiliate with, and not just keep them in Namibia, but actually expand them into the global market as well. So that's the conversation that we're trying to look at here. What are the certain methodologies, again, that he has installed that has allowed his brand, to grow away from just South Africa into the African market and now even into the global market. So that's what we want to see, and that we want to see traction when it comes to Namibian businesses also making it, into or competing with bigger brands, just like Theo is. So his story is phenomenal, and I think we can learn a lot from it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other speakers you have lined up?
We've got CJ Dumeni. He's the country manager of Yango. Yango will be partnering with us for this edition as well. So we all know that Yango has just come in and it just came to take over the whole logistics. So I think there's a lot that they are doing right. I think they are doing right. There's many logistics companies that have been in the game, but they just came to revamp the whole space. So we want to learn, how did they do it? What marketing stuff did they do to really have so much impact? And what can we do to learn from that? And so that's CJ. They also have Senia Shipo. Senia has been a good friend of mine. She's grown her business from where she was at to where she is. She scaled it very well. I think there's a lot of learnings that we can learn from these speakers. Yeah.
I want to ask if you know of any success stories that have occurred from individuals, entrepreneurs, SME owners that have attended, any of the business summits. Have any stories come back to you and what they've learned and how they've managed to upscale their businesses?
Give me 5 hours and I can list all of them. I mean, it's been remarkable. We've been doing a lot of evaluations, and we've been doing a lot of post analysis to people that have attended the summits, and the evaluations have been crazy and positive, and a lot of my friends have started businesses because of attending the business summit. A lot of people have scaled their businesses because of attending the business summit. A lot of people, the summit, they, like, for example, last year we had DBN who was speaking there. They spoke about SME finance, so they learned from that conversation, and then they could fix what they needed to fix, and then they could now get loans or get help from the DBN. So that's just some of the stories that really has come out. But I think from an impact perspective, I think we've done well with the businesses that have been started, with the scaling that has happened, and just with the information sharing that has happened over the last 3 years is remarkable. And that's why we can't stop, and that's why the demand for these platforms is really high. And because of these stories, we can't stop. We have to keep going.
Have you started putting some thought into Business Summit 2025 yet?
Already. I mean, these things take time. They take a lot of planning. So for this one, we started planning last year already. So as soon as we wrap this one up, we're actually looking to maybe do Business Summit 5 this year still. So let's see how it goes. But maybe annually is too long. Maybe we can start doing 2-3 sessions a year. But we're still deliberating with the team in terms of financial viability. But we're looking forward to Business Summit 5, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Martin, what are your hopes and expectations for the impact of the Business Summit 2024?
Again, I want to see the number of businesses that are started. I want to see a quantifiable number, a number that we can point to and say, look, these businesses started. We want businesses to start from this. We want people who have never thought they would go into business start their businesses. People who thought, no, this is just a side hustle. I just want to keep it small. Those people, we want to see them scaling those businesses into businesses that can add value to economy. And I think just from an income diversification perspective, we want to see people diversify their incomes through business. So, we all know how the economy is doing. I don't think one income stream is the way to go. So we can also have those conversations at the summit where we empower people to look at diversifying their income portfolios, and that's what we want to see. We want to see more income coming into households, and we know that as we impact one household, 2 households, we can impact the greater society better. So that's really what we want to see from here. But also we have exhibition stalls at the summit as well. So we want to see people supporting our own local exhibitors, local SMEs here as well. So just to support them, and even if it's not on the day of the summit, but just to learn of them, and then going away from the summit, they can continue making use of their businesses and services. So I think it's a great platform, and I really want to see, the impact that we have, the power, the amount of work that we've put in come to life.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, for those who want to attend, they have to purchase a ticket. I know you did say that tickets are almost sold out. So for the last minute, ladies and gentlemen that want to scramble, where can they go and who can they get in touch with to get a ticket to the summit?
So 1 day left, 1 or 2 days left before we close out ticket sales. Tickets are online. So if you visit our Instagram page, just use the Business Summit username. or Facebook, the Business Summit Namibia. We are the Business Summit Namibia everywhere. I think if you Google the Business Summit Namibia, you'll find us, and then it will give you all the information that you need. But we are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all social media channels. We are accessible. We are able to assist everybody. It's 2 days left before we sell out. So, yeah, we're excited. We're excited. Yeah.
Well, all the best, Martin, and thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Martin Nankela, the founder of the Business Summit Namibia, hosting their 4th edition on the 6th of July. Go into their social media if you'd like to get more information or a ticket to the event. We'll be right back shortly.